Auburndale, Cuba City. Cuba City, Auburndale. This is an audio test. Welcome to UW-Madison and the home of the Wisconsin Badgers here at Irwin and Robert Goodman Softball Complex on the beautiful campus of the University of Wisconsin-Madison. It is state softball time here on this Thursday night, as the Cuba City Cubans have just left the field. Their warm-ups are done as the home team, and the Auburndale Eagles are on the field as they warm up over mostly cloudy skies, some sun trying to come out to our west. A windy evening and all day long windy here in Madison as the wind is blowing out from home plate towards right field. We haven't seen a home run yet today, but we did see one off the wall and others hit deep. If you can get it to the right side, that is. Jason Zaleski here alongside Brendan Retzloff as it is Division IV state semifinal number 2. It was the Fall Creek Crickets in the game prior taking down Coleman. Final score 12-0 in 5 innings. The first 10-run game of this 2024 state tournament, and you don't see many. And I would suspect there might be one left. I'm not going to make a prediction, but it could come yet tonight. Not in this game, though. Probably that there's a good chance for the next one. We'll see. Who knows? I'm bad at predicting these things. Audio only today. The WIAA does have a video feed going. They charge you some money for that. That is way outside of anything I know anything about, and what I've told you is all I know and all I care to know about that situation there. We will, though, have full color highlights tomorrow on Facebook and our social media sites of this contest. Again, it is the 2 seed, the Cuba City Cubans, and the 3 seed Auburndale Eagles, and it's a game of firsts in this second Division IV softball semifinal game here in 2024. Cuba City was issued the 2 seed in its first ever state appearance here this year as the Cubans defeated Horicon 9-3 in the sectional final over at Boscobel. They are champions of the Southwest Wisconsin Activities League this spring. The 3 seed Auburndale also experiences the state tournament for the first time as the Eagles down to Leva Strum 2-0 back on Thursday last week. And of course you were all watching along with me as I was stationed in Blair that day. That 2-0 win brought the Eagles here to this state tournament venue, Goodman Diamond here in Madison, after finishing first place in the Merriwood South. It was send-off day in Auburndale as the community gathered earlier this morning to send off these Eagles down here to Madison. Here was the scene this morning in Auburndale. The town of Auburndale gathered on Thursday morning to send off its high school Eagles softball team to the 2024 state tournament.
You can see here some of the hardware that they've brought home already. I'm looking forward to the opportunity to bring home some more.
Okay, I just want to thank everybody for coming up today and for supporting the girls the whole season. It's a goal of everybody's every year, but we thought we had a realistic chance of doing what we've done, and we've been able to accomplish it. We've practiced enough this week. It's time to go and play ball.
We just wanted, as a team, to collectively say thank you to everyone who supported us, and especially to our 3 coaches, Mr. Schulte, Mr. Schmidt, and Ms. Urban. They pushed us this year to be where we are today, and we want to give them a big round of applause for that.
As a senior, tell me about the opportunity to play at the state tournament.
I've been excited for like the last week. I mean, I've just been on a high. It's been so much fun to play with these girls, and to play for this team is incredible. And me personally, I'm playing for my dad, and then my little sister's on the team. So it's really feeling like a family this year, and it's been like no other. So.
What's practice been like the last few days?
Well, we've been practicing like later because we're playing later today. So that's been a little bit different, but it's just it feels kind of empty because we're used to having like the boys baseball team right next to us at practice, and we're there by ourselves. So it definitely feels different, but at the same time, it's still the same team and the same girls, so there's still familiarity with that.
And with that, the same team, the same girls, but a different stadium. It's a big stadium. Has Coach told you about that and how to kind of get past that and just relax and play softball?
Yeah, we turned on the loudspeakers and put like crowd music to get used to like playing with like a lot of noise, and a lot of us didn't like it, but you know, it's just something we got to deal with, and we're still playing softball and stuff.
And then lastly, tell me about the strategy on the bus ride down there. Going to be fun, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, we're just gonna take it all in and enjoy every moment. I mean, we do that every time we ride the bus. We're just, you know, living it up and having fun together as a team. So it'll be mostly the same, I think.
Senior year, right?
Yep.
Graduation's already out of the way. Nothing left in front of you but softball. How special was this for your senior year to make it to state?
It was very special. I never thought we would do this because it's our first time in school history, and that's like a big thing. But like going through like sectional semis, we had to face Stratford, which we split in conference. So it's like a team we knew, and they knocked us out, I think, last year. So I was like, well, this is our chance to get at them this year, and we did. And it feels very special to end my year down at state.
Tell me about the ride on the bus back from Blair last week. What was that like?
Well, our thing is, if we win, we always stop at KT, which is Quick Trip, and we always get our snacks. And so that's always fun. But then, like, we're always just listening to music. It was, like, very fun, and just everyone felt like as a team and a family. And we couldn't believe we were going down to state, and still ain't real to me yet today, so.
Coach said there's been enough practice this week. It's time to go play ball. Tell me about practice and how you and the girls prepared for this.
So we switched practice from 6 to 8, so it's kind of like more of like our game time. We have team meals, so we had that I think on Tuesday as like a team meal, and that was very interesting and fun. We had pasta. But it was very nice. We did our same stuff. We added some new drills to incorporate. We don't know too much about Cuba City, so it's just going into the game, giving it our all, and hoping for the best. But
yeah, and then half the town showed up here to celebrate.
Yeah.
What's that like?
That's very special. Like, people don't really come. Like, a lot of people came out and support us, but like they think softball is like an undersport, and it's not like usually like a basketball game where the gym's filled. So this is very special to all of us, and it's just very heartwarming from all the community members.
Listen live on Zaleski Sports as the Auburndale Eagles take on the Cuba City Cubans from Goodman Diamond at UW-Madison. Thursday, 6:30 p.m. first pitch. Find the broadcast on YouTube at Zaleski Sports and ZaleskiSports.com.
Go Eagles!
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale. We have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and I am standing in our all-new Express Lane. Open now, no appointment necessary. Stop on in and get things like oil changes, filters, quick lubes. No appointment necessary. See you soon.
And we are back here at Irwin and Robert Goodman Softball Stadium, and we are here just in time to turn it to our PA announcer for today's starting lineups.
With the reserves, number 4, Katie Brendel. Number 6, Grace Schulte. Number 13, Maya Katzenberger. Number 14, Jalen Scher. Number 15, Lily Belanti. And number 16, Alexis Goddard. Now the starting lineup, leading off and playing shortstop, number 1, Maya Krings. Batting second and in the circle for the Eagles, number 11, Morgan Griesbach. Hitting third and playing second base, number 8, Breely Grimm. The cleanup woman for the Eagles is the third baseman, number 9, Samantha Stanton. Hitting fifth and catching for the Eagles, number 3, Danica Plomberg. Batting sixth and playing first base, number 10, Taylor Anderson. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 2, Regan Lau. Hitting eighth and playing right field, number 12, Hope Schulte. And the ninth batter is the center fielder, number 5, Chesney Nagel. The head coach of the Auburndale Eagles in his 5th season is Mike Schulte. He is assisted by Cody Schmidt and Don Urban. Now let's meet the Cuba City Cubans. First the Wizards, number 1, Lainey Rundy. Number 4, Cameron Timmerman. Number 11, Emily Wigman. Number 14, Isabel Welch. Number 20, Carly Briner. And number 21, Ella Buck. Now the starting lineup, leading off and playing second base for the Cubans, number 7, Addie Shoak. Batting second, the third baseman, number 9, Summer Rogers. Hitting third and playing first base, number 17, Josie Cruiser. The cleanup woman for the Cubans is the left fielder, number 24, Rachel Krause. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 3, Ella Vosper. Hitting sixth and catching for the Cubans, number 5, Brooklyn Dressler. The seventh batter is the center fielder, number 2, Ayla Nolan. Hitting eighth and in the circle for the Cubans, number 10, Peyton Kyle. And the ninth batter is the right fielder, number 29, Tina Redford. The head coach of the Cuba City Cubans in her 5th season is Megan Rogeman. She is assisted by Gary Andrews, Ashley Serjak, and Kirsten Slats. The umpires for this Division 4 state semifinal game include Tom Farmgart of Kimberly, A.J. Lickman of Clover, and Mark Angel of Rice Lake. To help make these games possible, consider becoming an umpire yourself. Visit WIAAWI.org/officials for information on becoming certified. Good luck to both the Auburndale Eagles and Cuba City Cubans in this Division 4 state semifinal game.
All right, just minutes away from first pitch here from Goodman Diamond. Again, it's the 3 seed, the visitors, Auburndale Eagles, and the 2 seed, the home team, the Cuba City Cubans, Auburndale, in their white jerseys, blue pinstripes, and blue piping down either arm and outside of each leg as they walk into their first base dugout here on the diamond. And for Cuba City, white tops, gradient all the way down to black on the bottom of the shirts and black pants, yellow pinstriping around the shoulders under the armpits for the Cuba City Cubans here today. Again, first pitch just around the corner. It continues to get sunnier as it gets later here in Madison today. We were overcast, guys, for nearly the entire day. The lights are on here at Goodman Diamond as the Cuba City Cubans take the field. Lights are on as darkness does approach. I would bet we'll need those lights as the sun will give way here at some point. We're running about 30-35 minutes behind. Our final Division I game of the session today went 11 or 12 innings. It was a long time. It was double-digit innings, and so that put us behind by about these 35 minutes, although Fall Creek did pick up the pace, quick it up for us here a little bit as they downed Coleman in 5 innings. 12-0 final score. It is Fall Creek in the Division IV state semifinal game Saturday at 10:30, and the winner of Auburndale and Cuba City will join Fall Creek at a chance for a gold ball on Saturday morning. That's the setup here as we move to first pitch. And thank you everybody for listening. Again, full color highlights will be available later tonight. Maya Krings, Morgan Griesbach, Braley Grimm, Samantha Stanton, Danica Blomberg, Taylor Anderson, Regan Lau, Hope Schulte, and Chesney Nagel for Mike Schulte's Eagles here tonight. And the first pitch flies at 7:06 inside for a ball. And we are underway here at Goodman Diamond. Again, pitching for Cuba City, Peyton Guile. And inside again to Krings. Krings on the season, 76 at-bats, hitting a robust .461 from the starting spot. Checking the wrist is Guile as she gets the pitch call from the dugout, and the 2-0. And just outside, 3 balls, no strikes now to the leadoff hitter, Maya Krings. Krings is about as fast as they come at shortstop and around the bases. Auburndale looking for a leadoff walk here perhaps as 3-0 from Guile. Stays high, and it's a 4-pitch walk, and the Eagles with a base runner to start this 2024 Division IV sectional semifinal. So Krings moves to first. That brings up the pitcher, Morgan Griesbach.
The pitcher, Morgan Griesbach.
So Griesbach steps in. We'll go through some pitching stats a little bit later in this broadcast for Morgan. But first pitch right down the middle and blows it past Griesbach for strike 1. Swing and a miss there from Griesbach as she checks down with Mike Schulte at third base. Gets the sign, gets the call. We keep an eye on Krings down on the bag at first. Outside, strike 2. The friendly staff at Sweats Country Corner Martin Blenker serves up large selections of food made to order daily, like fish fries, chicken dinners, and awesome pizzas. Drive in today on County Road F, just off of Highway 10 in Blenker. No balls, 2 strikes now to Griesbach. The right-handed pitching Giles delivers. This one is fouled back, up and over the press box. Sound effects aplenty here. Cuba City fans here in attendance outnumber those from Auburndale about 2-1. They sit to my left as we sit right behind home plate here at Goodman Diamond. Make of that what you will. I just pass along the facts here. The 0-2 again from Giles. Griesbach watches that one high and outside for ball 1. But sun covers most of Goodman Diamond except for the bleachers to our left on the third base side. Shadow cast from those bleachers cover third base and half of the pitching circle, all of the batter's box. Here's the 1-2. Outside, and the count even at 2 apiece. Griesbach lets it fly. Boos rain down from the Cubans fans here in attendance. Umpires, all of them. They said before first pitch, if you would like to be an umpire, sign up now. I didn't see a single one of them go anywhere near the sign-up sheet. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Guile deals to Griesbach. Rip to left field and fair! It hits the chalk line on the left field line. Being sent home is Krings. She's going to score from first base, and the Eagles lead it 1-0 on the RBI rip from Morgan Griesbach. That ball left the bat quickly right over third base. It kicked up chalk 15 feet down the left field line as it rolled to the 220 mark. And that was all Krings needed to score from first base. Eagles lead it 1-0, RBI Griesbach. Here's Braylee Grimm now, and a wild pitch from Guile as she perhaps got a little riled up after that RBI from Griesbach, and Griesbach moves to third. Nobody out here in this inning. Well, there's a start for the Eagles. And again, these two looking for a date with Fall Creek Saturday at 10:30. Fouled back by Grimm. 1 ball and 1 strike. Braylee hitting .271 on the season. Does have 15 RBI with Griesbach standing at third base. Again, Jason Zaleski here alongside Brendan Retzloff. Full highlights of this game coming on Facebook tomorrow as that one is fouled just over the first base coach's box. And a ball and 2 strikes now to the Eagles' second baseman, Braylee Grimm. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Make sure to tell all your friends about it. No, there's no video at all, gang. Jeepers, criminy. 1-2, here it comes. This one is fouled behind the Cuba City Cubans on deck circle, and the catcher out of her crouch, Brooklyn Drossler, goes and collects it for the first out of the inning. Great job there by Drossler getting out of her crouch and over to the Cuba City Cubans on deck circle. This has been advertised for more than 24 hours that this is a audio-only broadcast, and it is every year at the state tournament. Thank you for listening. Again, full video highlights available tomorrow morning on Facebook. So here is Samantha Stanton. Yeah, that one would have went right into Brendan Retzloff's right hand if not for the net in front of us, as that first was fouled back. But thank you anyway for Tanya and Hatter for listening. Guile ready, and the 0-1 to Stanton. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Samantha Stanton on our pregame show as we met up with Samantha Stanton, Regan Lau, Hope Schulte at the Auburndale send-off this morning. Here's the 0-2. Outside corner and just missed at Guile. And again, all the Cubans umpires upset there was no strike called there. To watch that send-off video, you can go to Facebook at Zaleski Sports, or after the game's done, you can rewind this back to the beginning and see that send-off. It's pretty well done. The 1-2 now from Guile. Outside and count even at 2 apiece. This is very reminiscent of the at-bat from 2 at-bats ago from Morgan Griesbach as she fell behind 0-2 and then turned on a 2-2 pitch, sent it left field, and RBI as Maya Kring scored from first. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and that wild pitch. Here, Griesbach will now be sent back to third, diving back in, and she is safe as the throw down from Drossler hit the right cleat of a diving Griesbach back to third. That ball, it was a wild pitch from Guile, but it was so well thrown other than the location, it bounced right back to Drossler. Griesbach had no chance of scoring, had to turn and retreat to third, and does so safely, fortunately for the Eagles. Here's the full count now from Guile. Outside corner and hit it. Struck out looking. Down goes Stanton, and there are 2 away here in the top of the first inning. Thank you, Leah, Alex, and Becky. Everybody, the whole gang is here. And again, it's a great turnout from Auburndale. It's just that Cuba City did it twice as good. They've got twice the number of folks here. As we're going to get a runner for Griesbach. Out of the dugout comes Jalen Scher. So Scher is going to run for the pitcher Griesbach. She'll get ready to pitch the bottom of the inning. Again, Eagles visitor here in this state semifinal game. Number 2, again, game number 1 was won by Fall Creek, 12-0 winners over Coleman. As the Crickets now will do advance to championship Saturday. Here's Danica Blomberg, and the first pitch from Guile misses low and away. 23 RBI for Blomberg on the season. Bats .338 from the right side. Pitch, and that one missed as well. 2 balls and no strikes. Guile has had some location problems here to start this one. Nerves aplenty on Goodman Diamond on sectional, or on state semifinal day for sure. Here's the 2-1. 2-0, sorry. Now 2-1. I'm just a future storyteller. 2 balls and a strike as Guile hit the outside corner of the plate. Again, wind blowing, home plate to right field. Here's the 2-1 to Guile. Outside, that's ball 3. Guile looked outside the last 3 pitches. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs in the inning. Courtesy runner Jalen Scher stands at third base, 1 run across for the Eagles. Here's the 3-1. That missed, and it's a walk to Blomberg. A 2-out walk issued by Guile. She drops the ball. Here comes the runner, Scher, and she scores! Are you kidding me? Peyton Guile dropped the toss back after the walk from Brooklyn Dressler, and as she dropped it, she didn't see where it went, and Scher comes screaming home, and the Eagles lead improbably 2-0. Guile dropped the throwback from the catcher after the walk. Wow. So an unearned run there, an error on the pitcher after the ball wasn't put in play. That is, you just don't see that very often. So here's Taylor Anderson now. Anderson will play first base in the bottom of the inning. She bats here in the top of the inning and sees a strike from Guile. Guile dropped the throwback from the catcher after walking Danica Blomberg. You just don't see it. So here's the pitch now from Guile. The 0-1 coming back. Eagles have scored twice in the inning. Bouncer foul up the third base side. And we all, including our PA announcer, await the announcement of the courtesy runner as it's number 6. The Eagles didn't turn in a 6 on the roster here. And you just wonder if that runner were to score, what would be the outcome there after not reporting a 6 on their roster? Interesting there as well. Here's the 2-strike pitch, and struck out looking. Anderson goes down on 3 straight, and that ends the inning, but not before an RBI base hit from Morgan Griesbach scores Maya Krings, and the courtesy runner Jalen Scher scores from third on a miscue by Cuba City in the circle. We will move now to the bottom of the first inning. The Cubans coming up right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for. Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Addie Schaff leads it off for the Cubans here in the bottom of the first inning as Morgan Griesbach delivers a strike as the bottom of the first inning is underway. Again, white tops, gradient down to black on the bottom of the tops. Black pants for the Cubans as they are the home team here this evening. Lofted, right field. Now Schulte going back. The wind carried it, and that's going to go over the head of the right fielder, Hope Schulte. Around to third goes Schaff, and the Cubans get a runner on third base to start the bottom of the first inning. Schulte misplayed it. Again, the wind is blowing out to right field. Schulte came in, and that ball was over her head after the first step in. Arbor Vantage Tree Care Service provides professional tree services in Central Wisconsin. Tree removal, pruning, stump grinding, consultations, whatever your tree needs. Arbor Vantage is your complete tree care partner. Contact Arbor Vantage at arborvantage.com today. So here's Summer Rogers, the third baseman. Fouls off the first pitch from Griesbach. Welcome to my main man, Justin, on the broadcast. Swing and a miss on the off-speed pitch from Griesbach. And Casperson, I got a video for you. You just wait. Got just what you need, buddy. Gloria cheering on the Eagles. Justin's joking. I know that much. No balls, 2 strikes now. Griesbach to Summer Rogers. Outside, missed. Ball and 2 strikes now. Oh, nothing but fun here on the softball diamond. The 1-2 from Griesbach. Off-speed pitch, delivered into left field. That's going to score Schaff. And the Cubans answer here in the bottom of the first. RBI from Summer Rogers into left field. Easily scores Schaff from third. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Josie Krauser. And the Eagles in the outfield from left to right go Lau, Nagel, Schulte. In the infield from left to right, Stanton, Krings, Grimm, and Anderson. Morgan Griesbach in the circle and being caught by Danica Blomberg. Swing and a miss from Krauser. Wind blowing still pretty stiffly out to right field. Chopper into the Cubans' dugout. No balls and 2 strikes. Griesbach looks in, and the 0-2 again to Krauser. Swung on and missed for strike 3. First strikeout today for Griesbach as the Eagles record the first out here in the bottom of the first. And up comes the left fielder, Rachel Krause. A right-handed batting Krause. And rips it foul, and that is out of the stadium, gone, but foul left field side. Kringscut Salon supports Auburndale Eagles athletes and teams. Good luck in the playoffs. Stop in and see Kringscut Salon in Blenker and say hi to Amy and her team and get a new look for summer at Kringscut Salon in Blenker. The 0-1 from Griesbach, that's low and away, ball one. Ball and a strike now to the left fielder, Kraus. First baseman, Krauser, RBI as she scores Shaw from third. 1-1 again, outside corner, swing and a miss from Kraus. Ball and 2 strikes. Again, if you're just joining us, Eagles score 2 in the first. RBI from Morgan Griesbach, and an error a couple batters later scored Jalen Scher from third. RBI here in the inning from Krauser. Here's the 1-2, tapper foul. Kraus stays alive on the 1-2 count. For major collisions to minor dings, Westside Auto Body in Auburndale can get your ride looking like its original self again. Call Tom at Westside Auto Body for a free estimate. Westside Auto Body, professional collision repair on Highway K in Auburndale. 1 ball, 2 strikes from Griesbach. Outside corner, that missed. Not chasing this time was Kraus. Kraus swung and missed at that pitch 1 pitch ago. Again, Auburndale in their all whites, blue pinstripes, blue belts, and blue piping off of each arm and leg side. Sharp looking jerseys for the Eagles. The 2-2 now from Griesbach, swung on and missed. Kraus goes down, that follows the strikeout of Cruiser. And it's follows the strikeout of Rogers.
Shortstop, Ella Vosberg.
So 2 strikeouts now in the inning. I was right to begin with. Cruiser, then Kraus, strikeouts back to back. And here's the shortstop, Ella Vosberg, as the Eagles looking to strand Rogers on first. First one from Griesbach misses. Griesbach ready, deals again, low and inside, 2 balls, no strikes. The Eagles looking to get back in the dugout here with 2 outs in the inning. The 2-0 from Griesbach. Grounder, Krings, diving attempt, got under her glove and into center field, and it's a 2-out base hit for Ella Vosberg. Krings laid out for it. Likely wasn't, even if she's able to stop it, not going to be able to throw out Vosberg anyway, so a 2-out base hit brings up the catcher Brooklyn Drossler. Take the short drive to rural Millador and the Empty Nest Winery. You'll be glad you did when you taste their fruit-based drinks. Stop by for free bingo every Thursday. There's live music on Saturdays throughout the summer. Come out this Friday, that's tomorrow from 6 to 9. For country music with Jackson Taylor, this hit to straightaway center and brought in easily by Chesney Nagel in center field to retire Drossler and the Cubans. It's an RBI from Summer Rogers as the Cubans score 1 in the inning. They strand 2. Auburndale, after 1 complete, leads it in this state semifinal 2-1 on Zaleski Sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
"2023 was a year of change, innovation, building something new, and teamwork. The H&S legacy is evolving, and we're carrying it forward, designing equipment that helps farmers get the job done, looking ahead to the future of farming while staying true to the values that have brought us this far and made us who we are today. H&S, strong heritage, strong people, stronger future."
Again, Empty Nest Winery in Millador. They got music tomorrow on Friday. Get out there, enjoy it. Check out Empty Nest Winery on Facebook. For the Eagles, it's going to be 7, 8, 9, Lau, Schulte, and Nagel. Top of the second inning. Again, pitching for the Cubans, Peyton Guile. Guile had the very unusual error as she throws a strike looking to Regan Lau. Got a throwback after gave up a walk. Got a throwback from the catcher and just plain dropped the ball in the circle and then couldn't find it. And that was all Jalen Scher needed to score from third. Fouled off that time by Lau. And no balls and 2 strikes. 16 hits on the season for Regan. 58 at-bats. Has scored 9 times in 2024. No balls, 2 strikes from Guile. Inside and swung over the top of it did Lau, and there's 1 away as Guile strikes out the left fielder Regan Lau. And that'll bring up the Auburndale right fielder Hope Schulte. Schulte hits .349 on the season. Scored 17 times. Swings and misses on the first from Guile. 8th in the order here, Hope Schulte, a right-handed batter. Matter of fact, for the Eagles, all right-handed batters. For the Cubans, all right-handed batters. 0-1. Laid off on the high one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Both teams, first time here at this state tournament. Both teams, 5-year coaches. A lot of similarities. The 1-1 swung on a miss, blew it past Schulte, did Guile. Dirt diamond here at Goodman Field. Goodman softball complex, and a swing and a miss, and a strikeout of Schulte. Back-to-back strikeouts for Guile here in the second inning. And now the center fielder, Chesney Nagel. Find your next career path with just a phone call to Express Employment Professionals, locations in Wausau, Stevens Point, and Marshfield. No matter where you are in central Wisconsin, save yourself some time. Find your next employer at expresspros.com. First pitch swinging is Nagel, fouls it off right over the press box. Again, we sit just left of home plate. Technically, we're on the Cuba City side. Technically. If there was a Mason-Dixon line, we're on the Rebel side. Strike called that time to Nagel. Again, a really good contingent here from Cuba City. Good to see all the Auburndale folks here as well. No balls, 2 strikes here with 2 outs. Top of the second inning. Here's Guile. Foul back. Nagel stays alive. Just looking to make contact here with no balls and 2 strikes. Turn the order back to the top. The 9 batter, Nagel. Hits .283 on the season. We'll need to protect here on the 0-2 from Guile. High and ball 1. Hiller's True Value, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. Get the tools you trust from the people you depend on. Hiller's True Value in Marshfield. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here it is from Guile. Inside, strike 3 called, and Peyton Guile strikes out the side as 7, 8, 9 for the Eagles go down in order as they are overpowered by Peyton Guile in the top of the second inning. It'll be the Cubans coming to bat, bottom of the second, right after this on Zaleski Sports. Yep, play it.
Printer, jam.
At House of Heating, making your home comfortable is our biggest priority. That's why we offer dependable HVAC solutions and quality work in central Wisconsin. Our pros are knowledgeable in a wide variety of services so you can feel confident in your results. They'll offer the support you need, whether it's putting in a modern HVAC system or working on and maintaining your current unit. Get in touch with House of Heating at 715-384-3163 or contact houseofheating.com. House of Heating, heating and cooling the air you breathe. And we are back here at Goodman Diamond, bottom of the second inning. And it's going to be 7, 8, 9 for the Cubans. That's where the Eagles started at the top of the second. They went down in order. Lau, Schulte, Nagel, strikeout, strikeout, strikeout from Peyton Guile. And here's the Cuban center fielder, Isla Nolan. Nolan from Griesbach, and strike 1 call. Some more shout-outs here. Folks listening online. Jeremy loves the background conversation. I don't know what they're talking about down there. Something probably. It's all Cubans in front of us. One foul back. And Leah cheering for the Eagles from the Auburndale 12U game. There you go. Yeah. Watching softball and listening to softball and listening to softball. No balls, 2 strikes now after the foul off from Nolan. Here's Griesbach and the delivery. Fouled off again. 343 batter is the center fielder Nolan. 23 hits on the season. No balls, 2 strikes coming from Griesbach. Winds and delivers high. Griesbach on the season, 165 strikeouts, make it 167. 2 strikeouts in the first inning. Griesbach, a long look into Blomberg, now has the pitch. And the 1-2. Popped up and will bounce at the base of the wall behind the Cubans on deck circle. Blomberg not able to get there. Going to be a tough, if she was able to get there, she probably would have had to stand on the wall to catch it. To be tight up against the mesh netting that surrounds the diamond here from the left field grass all the way around home plate out to the right field grass, even a little bit beyond. Ball and 2 strikes remains the count now to Nolan. Here it is from Griesbach. Outside missed, and the count even at 2 apiece. Leadoff batter here in the inning, center fielder Isla Nolan. And wind blowing well from home plate to right field. We've already seen one get past the right fielder. Here's the 2-2 now from Griesbach. Swung on and missed. 3 strikeouts today now for Griesbach as Nolan is retired. And we get our first look at the pitcher from the plate, Peyton Guile. Again, all right-handed batters on both sides in the starting lineup. Matter of fact, when I look at the non-starters, the only left-handed batter of any kind is Grace Schulte on the Eagles side. Everybody else, even the non-starters for Cuba City and Auburndale, all bat right-handed. It's really unusual. One left-handed batter out of 30 softball players. No balls and 1 strike after the foul, and now a roller, left side, bobbled, Krings picks it up, and there's no play to be made. It's going to be an infield base hit for Peyton Guile. Samantha Stanton reached and touched it. It was going to be a tough play for Stanton, even if she's able to get it in her mitt. But the ball glanced off of Stanton's mitt to her left. Krings picked it up, but not able to retire Peyton Guile, and a runner aboard for the Cubans here in the second inning. And this is going to be Emily Wigman will run for the pitcher Guile, so courtesy runner Wigman. And we turn now to the 9 batter, the right fielder Trina Redfern. Redfern, 10 hits on the year. That's good for a .238 batting average. Susan and Cheryl checking in on the broadcast. Thank you all for listening. Again, full color video highlights tomorrow on Facebook. You will not miss anything. We got you covered. Got you covered. First pitch from Griesbach, a ball to Redfern. And the 1-0 coming back. This one left field, foul territory. It's going to land in foul territory for strike 1. BBD Sports Shop is your one-stop headquarters for everything outdoors this summer. Shop 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations in Cadott and Abbotsford or online at bigbeardown.com. Ball and a strike to Redfern. Top of the order on deck for the Cubans. And strike call. That one hits the bottom outside corner of the strike zone. Great pitch there from Griesbach. No swing from Redfern. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. As the sun shines again, mainly just on the outfield and the second base played by Braylee Grimm. Those girls are in sun. Everybody else in shade right now as pitch from Griesbach goes high and away. Still mostly cloudy skies, but the sun doing everything it can to shine a light here on this state semifinal softball game. Lights, though, are on. They've been on since the start of the Fall Creek game prior to this one. Here's the 2-2. And at Grimm catches it. Throw back to first is in time. Double play. Braylee Grimm as she fires back to Taylor Anderson. Emily Wigman was a third the way to second base as that was hit on a frozen rope by Redfern right to Braylee Grimm. An easy 4-3 double play. And that ends the inning for the Cubans, and it brings our second inning to a close. Your score remains Auburndale 2, Cuba City 1 on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, I'm Shad from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale, we have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
We return here to Goodman Diamond. Leading off is Maya Krings. Krings to left field. Going back and caught. That ball may have been in foul territory when it was finally caught by the left fielder Rachel Krause. A loud, very loud first out as it's 200 down the line. Krings hit it 197, but I think that ball was caught in foul territory anyway. And there is one away for the Eagles. Now the pitcher, Morgan Griesbach. I want to go back to that Braylee Grimm double play. First things first, that was the third double play turned by Grimm this playoff run. The third of this playoffs. So there's that. Plus, as our producer Brendan Retzloff told me and accurately stated during the commercial break, she is in sun, but the pitch and the batter are in shade. She had to find that ball out of the shade into the sun. Now, it was hit nearly to her, but you still got to get your glove in the right spot. And she was able to track that ball through the shade into the sun, which is right into the eyes of the second baseman here at the moment, and bring that in. Just an excellent, excellent play by Grimm. 2 balls and no strikes now to Griesbach. Here's the pitch from Guile. This one hit foul territory. First base side racing after it and making the catch in foul territory is Josie Cruiser. So 2 foul ball outs to retire Krings and now Griesbach. And we look now at the aforementioned Braylee Grimm. Again, Grimm has turned 3 double plays in this playoff run. Unbelievable. Or at least started them. Unbelievable. Swung on a missed on the first from Guile. That's what it takes to get to a state venue. You make great defensive plays, you get some runs, and I didn't even have time now to say some concern for the Eagles. I will after this 0-1. As Grimm pops this up, that's going to be off the netting behind home plate. The Eagles, though, have been slow starters going back to the regional final. They didn't score until the 6th inning against Marathon, didn't score until the 5th inning against Stratford, and then didn't score until the 6th inning over in Blair against Oliva. They had been slow starters until today. They score 2 in the first inning and lead 2-1 here. Here's the 0-2 from Giles, swung out and missed. And a loud first out from Krings. Pop up in foul territory off the bat of Griesbach, and now Braylee Grimm goes down swinging. 1-2-3 inning for the Cubans. We move to the bottom of the third. Cubans coming to bat next on Zaleski Sports.
After a couple years of a job that doesn't fit, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That is where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Would cooking be a good fit? Try on a career in welding. Perhaps the outdoors suits you better. Or maybe helping people is a better fit. No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options, making Mid-State the perfect fit.
The Sports Den, located on Marshfield's sunny south side since 1975. The Sports Den has the area's best selection of outdoor equipment. Find top brands of snowshoes, cross-country and downhill skis, snowboards, swimming equipment, skateboards, and more. The Sports Den has a full-service bike repair center along with top bike brands, Specialized, Trek, and others. The Sports Den is Central Wisconsin's fat bike headquarters. Visit the Sports Den in Marshfield Monday through Saturday and thesportsden.net. Bottom of the third inning as the Cubans come to bat. Make plans for your next event at Bakerville Sports Bar on County B in Marshfield. It's the perfect spot for birthday parties, family and class reunions. It's a great spot for groups of any size. Bakerville Sports Bar wants to host your next event. As Addie Schaff leads off, the Cubans' home half of the third inning, gets a strike called from Griesbach. Outside for ball one. Ball and a strike now to the leadoff hitter, second baseman Addie Schaff. Been a fun game here so far. We had a lot to talk about. The 1-1 from Griesbach. Outside for ball two. Well, let's see here. Listening from Daytona Beach is Tanya. Cheryl, Maria, Michelle, Johnny Ray. All right. Welcome, everybody. Again, full video highlights coming tomorrow on Facebook. Here's the 2-1. Strike called on the outside corner for strike two. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Schaff. And leadoff hitter, sophomore for these Cubans, bats .413 on the season. Has scored 25 runs, batted in 10. That's really good from your leadoff hitter. The 2-2 from Griesbach. Tapper, Stanton. Sets, throws, and not in time as Schaff beat it out. It was a high chopper to Stanton. She unloaded. It was done in sequence. Just a fast Addie Schaff lands at first base, a leadoff base hit for the Cubans to start the bottom of the third inning. So here's Summer Rogers, junior third baseman for the Cubans. 18 hits on the season. Squares to bunt and bunts through it for strike one. 10 feet off the bag was Schaff, but no throw down from Blomberg. She did fake a throw down that way, but late to cover was Grimm as the corners crashed on the bunt attempt from Rogers. Here's the 0-1. Bunt again and bunted foul. There will be no bunt again as it's no balls and 2 strikes now to the third baseman Rogers. Rogers RBI in the first inning, scored Schaff. 5 hits so far for the Cubans, 1 for the Eagles, but the column on the scoreboard that matters, Auburndale leads at 2-1. No balls and 2 strikes now to Rogers. Down to first base, Anderson turns to Krings, throws to second, and it's in and out of the glove of Maya Krings. Everybody is safe. Krings had it in her glove, and as she was swinging that glove forward to catch it, that ball flung out of it and dropped on the dirt here on the diamond. And everybody is safe. Anderson went for the lead runner. That's the right play. Krings just not able to bring it in. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third, and the Cubans have something going now. Runners on first and second for the first baseman, Josie Krauser. Krauser takes a pitch low from Griesbach for ball one. 20 RBI on the season for Krauser. Cubans looking for a big inning here. Runners on, nobody out. Right in the heart of the lineup. As this is the 3-hitter, Josie Krauser. She takes a strike called. One ball and 1 strike now to Krauser. Inside, ball 2. Griesbach looking to deal with Krauser here with 2 runners on and nobody out. Rachel Kraus on deck. The 2-1 now from Griesbach. Swung on and missed by Krauser. She had a mighty hack at it. Swung at the outside heater from Griesbach. Likely a called strike if she doesn't. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Eagles looking for their first out in the inning. This would make it a lot simpler if they can get it. The 2-2. Off-speed pitch, bounce to Stanton, and what? Fair? It is fair. Taps on third base for the out. So they get the lead runner, Schaff. Stanton did fire to Anderson, but fired late, and Krauser fills the bag at first as Rogers leaves from first to second. So Rogers on second, Krauser now at first with 1 out. Again, Stanton took the high hopper right on the foul line, right in front of the bag at third. They ruled it fair, and she stepped on the bag for the out. So here is Rachel Kraus now, and first pitch to Kraus is away for ball 1. So the Eagles, though, do get that first out. That first one is so important, especially with base runners on. Just get that first one. And now you've got some options out there as the Eagles look to work out of this. The 1-0 to Kraus. Right back to Griesbach, and the play would have been to first. Griesbach throws to second. They had Krauser doubled off as she was 20 feet off the bag. Griesbach, though, didn't see it. Instead fired to second where Rogers had retreated. So a double play opportunity was not seen there by Griesbach. And everybody back to their bag safe after Kraus lines out to Griesbach. So 2 outs, and here's the shortstop, Ella Vosberg. Junior wears number 3, hits .392 on the season. Pretty stout batting averages in the top half of this Cubans batting order. Griesbach on the 1-0. Low, 2 balls and no strikes now to the shortstop Vosberg. Ground out and a line out after the Eagles put the first 2 Cubans on. 2 outs and the 2-0 from Griesbach. Griesbach into center field. That's going to score 1. Ball gets down. Rounding third is Rogers. She scores. The throw comes all the way home. Vosberg will land at second, and we are tied at 2 as Vosberg shimmies on the bag at second with the RBI base hit. A dance performed out there by Ella Vosberg on the RBI base hit. So tie game here in the 3rd inning. Kraus moves to 3rd. So 3rd and 2nd now for the Cubans, and here's the catcher, Brooklyn Drossler. Drossler, big rip and a foul. The 2-1 hit, and that's going to get to left field. 1 run is in. The second comes in. Here comes Vosberg, and it's a 2 RBI base hit for Brooklyn Drossler, and the Cubans take a 4-2 lead here in the 3rd. RBI from Vosberg, and then Drossler drives in 2. 3 here in the 3rd, and the Cubans still bat with a runner on here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Meeting in the circle, Auburndale infielders only. The 3 outfielders now converge in center field. No coaches on the field for the Eagles. This is a players-only meeting after the Eagles have just given up 3 runs here in the 3rd inning to the Cubans. And Cuba City now will turn to Isla Nolan. Cubans looking to keep it going. Again, they put 2 on with nobody out and have brought in 3 here in the inning. Eagles looked like they were going to be close to working out of it, but back-to-back RBI base hits with 2 outs has the Cubans 3 runs across here in this 3rd inning. Runner on first, the 0-1 from Griesbach. And was that fouled off? No, swung and missed. The ball gets past Blomberg and down to second goes a courtesy runner. They took Drossler out. They have a courtesy runner out there to do the Cubans. Runner on second for Cuba City. And the 0-2 now from Griesbach. Fouled off, and staying alive is Nolan. Cameron Timmerman runs for the Cubans. Thank you, Brendan. And the 0-2 from Griesbach. This one right field side foul and down in foul territory. Back-to-back fouls now by Nolan. And she'll see a second 0-2 pitch from Griesbach. No balls, 2 strikes now to Nolan. Griesbach delivers. Poked right field. And that's going to get down in front of Schulte, easily scoring as Timmerman as she was running with contact, and an RBI base hit from Isla Nolan as the bleeder into right field got down in front of Schulte. A blooper, and 4 runs across now for the Cubans here in the 3rd inning. They lead it 5-2. Big inning here for Cuba City. As the pitcher Peyton Guile now. Guile looking to pile on here in the 3rd. Hits this one high in the air. Griesbach calling for it, backing up and makes the catch as she combines with Maya Krings. I don't want to quite call it a collision, but she combined contact with Krings. Krings may have held her up a little bit, but a big inning for Cuba City as they score 4. They lead it 5-2. Top of the 4th coming up next on Zaleski Sports.
I'm State Representative John Spiros. I've been on the front lines fighting against the radical, woke agenda, which is trying to tear apart our state and our families. Dangerous policies like defunding the police, open borders, and runaway taxes. As a veteran and former police officer, I know how important upholding the rule of law is for our communities. That's why I've stood up against radical ideas and held the line against the free-spending liberals in Madison. In the August 13th primary, I'm asking for your vote to keep a proven conservative working for us in Madison. After all, if you don't vote to protect our liberties, who will?
Vote John Spiros for State Assembly. Paid for by Spiros for Assembly.
Chili Implement, located just west of Marshfield in Chili, is your Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. Big or small, Chili Implement has all the best equipment waiting for you. From farm tractors to lawn care, plus work and have fun in a Kubota side-by-side. Choose Chili Implement for your parts and service too. Chili Implement, open Monday through Saturday to serve you and 24/7 online at chiliimplement.com. 4th inning, and it starts with Samantha Stanton for the Eagles as Cuba City rings up 4 runs in the bottom of the 3rd to take a 5-2 lead here to start the 4th inning. Stanton, first pitch swinging, right side, and coming over and playing it well is the second baseman Addie Schaaf. Catches the pop-up off the bat of Stanton for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the catcher, Danica Blomberg. Sternweiss & Sons Ready Mix and Block Plant of Marshfield now hiring boom truck and concrete truck drivers. Be home every night. Work for the hometown team at Sternweiss & Sons. Blomberg, sophomore on this Eagles team. Swing and a miss as Guile gets one past her, and then Guile drops another throwback from the catcher. Those two are having some issues there. That let one run in back in the 1st inning for Auburndale. Nobody on here, so no damage done, but just something to keep that I will keep an eye on for you. Bunt shown and pulled back by Blomberg, and high for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Blomberg hitting .338 coming in today's state semifinal game. 18 runs scored. 23 runs batted in for Blomberg on the season. Here's the 1-1 from Guile, high for ball 2. Arts Body Shop has quality auto body and frame work since 1952. If you have an accident, let Mackey's Small Business of the Year give you a free estimate. Call Arts Body Shop on South Central Avenue in Marshfield. The 2-1 from Guile, swing and a miss from Blomberg. And sun is still staying alive out here. Most of the clouds have moved out, but the sun is setting soon. 2-2. This one blooped to shorts, and it's back-to-back pop-ups in the infield for the Eagles as Ella Vosberg brings that one in for out number 2. Fleet Farm has everything you need for summer fun on the water. Check out the huge selection of kayaks, water towables, fishing gear, and more. Shop at a Fleet Farm store near you or online at fleetfarm.com. Here's the junior Taylor Anderson. Anderson, check swing, ball called. And they will appeal down to first. Nope, it is a ball. No swing from Anderson. Again, everybody bats right for Auburndale. Everybody bats right for Cuba City. Usually on the audio, we let people know what side they're batting from, but no need today. It's everybody and everybody. This is foul just down the right field line. Anderson saw that looper from Cuba City back in the bottom of the 3rd inning and gave that a shot herself, but missed it just foul. Mr. Legge listened to tonight's game. There you go. Pitch from Guile, low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Eagles looking to claim a couple runs back here after Cuba City scores 4 in the 3rd. Here's the 2-1 from Guile. Ball high. Need a base runner, though. The first 2 batters of the inning pop out right side, pop out left side of the infield. So Taylor Anderson, 3 balls and a strike as the Eagles search for its first base runner here in the 4th inning. The 3-1 from Guile and strike called at the letters. Anderson took 2 steps to first base out of the batter's box, and she was brought back in with a strike call from our home plate umpire. There's Mark Angel behind home plate. Doing a great job tonight, by the way. Full count now from Guile. Tapper. Chance for the shortstop, Vosberg, and got her. Got Anderson by a step. A strong throw there from Ella Vos to bat the bottom of the 4th inning. It's Cuba City 5, Auburndale 2 on Zaleski Sports.
A new mattress? All Furniture in downtown Marshfield has mattresses, and you can save like never before. We have stacks of mattresses, save big on factory liquidations and closeouts, one-of-a-kind items, and mismatched fabrics. Save on special purchases and rollback pricing on 2-sided flippable mattresses. Discounts on adjustable bases and even clearance pricing on floor models.
The furniture people for good home furnishings. Mall Furniture, where value is yours.
Hello, I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor, Next Home Hub City. If you're a first-time home buyer or seller, or you've been around the block, because of my experience, I'm able to help you in the most efficient way. I'm a full-time, full-service realtor. I focus on my clients 100%. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Trina Redfern to lead it off for the Cubans here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And looks at a ball from Griesbach. Jason Zaleski here alongside Brendan Retzloff. Production on today's game. Brendan won't believe this when I tell him, but we started at 68 degrees in this game. It's right now showing at 67. We are in full shade with wind behind us. It feels cold here, at least to me anyway, but still half sun on the diamond as the sun now from second base out in the outfield. That's it. The rest of the infield in shade as that one fouled off by Redfern. 2 balls and a strike. But a healthy wind all day today in Dane County, and it still blows from home plate out to right field. Hasn't affected much in this game. Might have aided, though, that RBI back in the 1st inning for Cuba City. Bouncer, Stanton, backhand stab, throws across the diamond. It's going to be an infield base hit for Trina Redfern. Stanton did a great job there to backhand that. If not, it's going to be Redfern at second base or more. But as Stanton backhanded that, used third base as leverage, stepped on it to throw across the diamond to Anderson, who's just not able to beat Redfern, and it's an infield base hit and a runner on for Cuba City to start the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the leadoff batter, Addie Schaff, and Schaff will not bunt, looking for a base hit, and sees a ball from Griesbach. Ball away. Griesbach and the 1-0. Foul into the Auburndale section over the first base Eagles dugout, and that ball was dropped by that young lady over there. That's a shame. Had a chance to shine here on the diamond. Maybe get discovered as a future Badger, but drop that one. 1 ball and 1 strike. And inside, no throw down from Blomberg. She dropped it, but it was a ball. Again, we play here. Goodman Diamond, home of the Wisconsin Badgers softball team. 200 down the lines, 218 to the power alleys, 225 to straightaway center. As a red Badgers padded fence adorns the outfield wall here. And that one ripped foul. Right in front of the Cuba City third base dugout. Foul off the bat of Addie Schaaf. As the baby blue Westland bus lines bus heads off. We don't know whose bus that is. It probably is Coleman's bus. That's still probably the running theory here. Very nice looking bus. Here's the 2-2 away. Again, Coleman losers in our first Division IV state semifinal game, 12-0. And the Coleman Panthers find their season has come to an end, and they're in their bus headed back to the hotel, perhaps. Full count now to Schaaf. And bounced in. It's a walk. Schaaf flings the bat back into the on-deck circle and heads down to first base. And just like the third inning, the first 2 batters for the Cubans reach. Cuba City scored 4 with that equation an inning ago. And they have that set up here again right through the heart of the order. Here's the 2-batter, Summer Rogers. Third baseman batting second in this lineup. Cubans did major damage in this part of the order last inning. First pitch, it was a bunt and then pulled back by Rogers, called strike 1. Being told it's a warm 58 degrees back in the Auburndale area today, right now. 0-1, bunted through, and strike 2 to Rogers. So no balls and 2 strikes now. Rogers' bunt will be off. Here's the 0-2 from Griesbach. Outside corner, got Rogers looking for the strikeouts. So Rogers goes down, and that brings up Josie Krauser.
First baseman, Josie Krauser.
Krauser today has struck out to Griesbach. Krauser comes in, sophomore on this Cubans team, and sees a ball low from Griesbach. 320 batter for the Cubans, though. Does have 20 runs batted in. Runners on first and second now with 1 out after the strikeout of Summer Rogers. There's the 1-0 from Griesbach. Fouled back and in and out of the mitt of Danica Blomberg. She'll run to the backstop and collect that ball. Throw it back to Morgan Griesbach, who catches it. Details, man, details. Yeah, they're handing out ice cream around here, but nobody brought any for me. And they walk away selfishly from us with the ice cream. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Krauser. Here it is. High, and ball 2. Blomberg all the way out of her crouch to grab that one and preventing both base runners from advancing. Here's the 2-1, and this one hit into center field. Playable, Nagel looking, and brings it in for the second out of the inning. It was hit high into the evening sky, and that gave plenty of time for Nagel to range about 8 steps to her right and bring it in for out number 2. Again, 225 to straightaway center. That went about 200. Maybe in Cuba City that's a home run, but here on the Big Diamond, that's playable in center field. So here's Rachel Kraus with 2 outs. Off-speed pitch bounces in. Blomberg blocked it, but not able to find it. And both base runners advance, and now second, and third are the runners for Cuba City. Pitch from Griesbach bounced in. Blomberg looked to block it down, and it glanced to her left, rolled almost all the way to the Cuba City on-deck circle as Cubans fans come to their feet. They're looking for runs here in the fourth inning. Swing and a miss from Kraus. Again, we are on the wrong side of the Mason-Dixon line here behind home plate, just to the Cuba City side of things. The 1-1 now from Griesbach. And that one in the dirt, ball two. Smattering of applause after the pitch from Griesbach goes awry. Griesbach today, 3 strikeouts. 2 balls and a strike now to Kraus. Grounder, hard place. Stanton and late over to Anderson, and the ball is dropped. Both runs are going to score. Runner from third easily scores, and following was Addie Schaaf. She followed Redfern in, and the Cubans score 2 here with 2 outs. Stanton had to lean to her left, pick it up, and then gather and look to throw, and as she did, Kraus beat it out down the line. The throw was low. Anderson reaching down for it, had the ball after Kraus was already on the bag, had the ball spill out of her glove, and that was all Schaaf needed to turn the corner from third to home and score the second run after contact made by Rachel Kraus. 7-2 Cubans. So here's Ella Vosberg now. Cubans doing damage with 2 outs here in this one. They have scored 6 of their 7 runs with 2 outs. Eagles had what looked to be an inning-ending double play before any run scored in the third. This a different situation this time around, as the ground ball to Stanton, she did all she could to get that over there. It just wasn't meant to be for the Eagles. Tapper foul from Vosberg. 1 ball and 1 strike to the junior Cuba City shortstop. Griesbach cleans off the ball on her right hip. Now the 1-1. And that's going to get into the gap in right center. That's going to roll to the 218 sign in right center. Here comes Kraus. An RBI triple for Ella Vosberg. That split the gap in right center, rolled all the way to the 218 sign. Easily scoring from first was Kraus, and right on the heels was Vosberg with a sliding RBI triple. Cuba City tagged Auburndale with 4 runs in the third. They have added 3 here in the fourth, and still batting. First pitch swinging is Drossler, and right to Braley Grimm on the softly hit ball, but the Cubans fans come to their feet. They cheer their Cuba City softball team as they have scored 7 runs in the past 2 innings. They lead it 8-2 after 4 complete on Zaleski Sports.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Eagles come to bat. It's going to be Regan Lau to lead off the 5th inning as Cuba City leads at 8-2 here in this Division IV state semifinal. Next up, Prosthetics, providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact Next Step today. Game today also brought to you by Poor Choices. Bring your friends or meet new friends at Poor Choices in Marshfield. Why make a bad decision when you can make a poor choice? Follow Poor Choices on Facebook. So here's senior Regan Lau. As she sees a ball from Peyton Guile. Guile, 6 strikeouts on the day, has struck out 6 Eagles. This after coming into today's game with 210 strikeouts on the season. That is a really good number in a high school softball season. 210. 6 today, so 216 if your math is like mine. Strike called. 2 balls and a strike now to Lau. Two-one from Guile. This is going to get into left field. A diving attempt made by Vosberg, and under the outstretched glove as Vosberg dove to her right, and a leadoff base hit for the Eagles, and Auburndale fans respond with a healthy cheer. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Hope Schulte. Rumbles listening from Tucson. Bob says the 71 is behind his Cubans tonight. All right, Bob, there you go. Class of 71, just a couple of years ago. Schulte batting .349 on the season. Sees a strike from Guile. Guile coming right back with the 0-1. High for ball 1. Good secondary lead for Lau out there at first base. Looking to get a jump. Eagles looking to jump start this one. They scored 2 in the first, and that's been it. 3 scoreless innings since then. Not the same for Cuba City. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cuba City scored once in the first, 4 in the third, and 3 more in the fourth. They lead at 8-2. 8 runs on 11 hits and 1 error. Auburndale 2 runs on 2 hits and 3 errors. The 1-2 now to Schulte, swung on and missed as Guile took a little bit off of it. Strikeout number 7 today for Peyton Guile. So with 1 out, and the center fielder Chesney Nagel. Nagel, a nice catch on a fly ball back in that 4th inning. It's a fly ball that brought Cuba City fans to their feet, and again, maybe back at home that's a home run, but here on the Big Diamond, it's 25 feet short of the 225 center field wall. Get Culligan Water for only $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at CulliganH2O.com. Guile ready with the 1 ball and no strike offering to Nagel. That flies wide, and 2 balls, no strikes. June 6th, the anniversary of D-Day. Thank you to all of our veterans out there, making us the land of the free and home of the brave. 2 balls, 1 strike to the center fielder Nagel. Eagles leadoff base hit from Regan Lau as Nagel fouls that one off. 2-2 the count. Leadoff batter, shortstop Maya Krings on deck. This one hit softly left field. Coming on and waving off the center fielder is Rachel Kraus for the 2nd out of the inning. The ball carried it away from Kraus. She had a beat on it right away and then had to drift to her left to follow the wind, or to her left, to follow the wind that's blowing in that direction. Played it well, and there are 2 outs, and now the shortstop Maya Krings. So Loud 2nd out. Pitch from Guile is at the eyes to Krings for ball 1. Again, both teams making their first ever trip to state. And we're going to get a courtesy runner. Mike Schulte took a look at the left fielder Regan Lau and said, no, let's have somebody else out there with 2 outs run. And we get a number here through the ponytail. We'll figure it out. 15, Lily Belanti will run, okay? So Belanti running for Lau.
Running in first base for Auburndale.
Schulte, manager Mike Schulte looking for some extra wheels out there. Looking for Krings to get a base hit here with 2 outs in the inning. So new runner and the 1-0 from Guile. High for ball 2. Eagles have been a late starting bunch in this playoffs. I mentioned it earlier, but didn't score till the 6th inning against Marathon, not till the 5th against Stratford, not till the 6th against Oliva Strum. They scored 2 in the first, but they have not found the home plate since then, as it's now 3 balls and no strikes to Krings. So Eagles fans hoping that late start happens again here sooner rather than later as we play in the 5th with their Eagles trailing by 6. Here's the 3-0. And right down Main Street for strike 1. Right down State Street here in Madison, right? Yeah, right down State Street for strike 1. 3 balls and a strike now to the junior Krings, looking to get a hit. Here's the 3-1 from Guile. Swung on and missed. Again, Peyton Guile, 7 strikeouts today. 217 on the season. And has Krings on a full count. Guile, right-handed thrower. Here's the full count. This one lifted, left field, and playable. Looking for it is Kraus, and makes the catch in left for the final out of the inning, and that does it for the Eagles. Auburndale strands the leadoff hit at first, and we move to the bottom of the 5th inning. Your score remains Cuba City 8, Auburndale 2 on Zaleski Sports. Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
Printer, jam.
And the 5th inning stretch here at Goodman Diamond, and that has been a tradition for as long as I've been coming to this ballpark with a 7-inning game. They do the 5th inning stretch, and everybody was up on their feet on both sides, having a good time singing along at the old ball game. It's time to get back to work. It's time to find a great job with great pay at Nikolai Construction. Find year-round work in carpentry, concrete, and steel that has you home every night. See Brad and Rob at Nikolai Construction on East 29th Street in Marshfield. Here is Isla Nolan to lead it off. Softly hit, and Grimm from second base sprints to her left and brings that pop out in for the first out here of the bottom of the 5th inning. Some summertime at Blues Hair Studio on North Central Avenue in Marshfield. Get your fun summer hairstyle at Blues. Book your appointment with Blues Hair Studio in Marshfield. I have got an appointment coming up at Blues on the 17th. How about this? Meet me there. Let's have some fun. We'll get our dues done and get it did upright. Peyton Guile, the pitcher, fouls the first one off from Griesbach. Some sing-along songs going on now after the crowd got stirred with the 5th inning stretch. Here's the 0-1 from Griesbach. Of course, a little more joyous on the Cuba City side with the sing-alongs. A little more anxious on the Auburndale side. Again, Auburndale dugout, first base side, Cuba City third base side. Their fans sit directly behind their favorite team's dugouts. Swung on a miss, that time by Guile, off-speed pitch from Griesbach had Guile out in front. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Junior pitcher bats .313 on the season. There's Griesbach on the 1-2. And strike 3 called at the knees, locked up Guile. And there are 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So 2 outs. Eagles could really use a fast inning. That's kind of my thought on it here. They had a little bit of momentum in the top of that 5th inning, got the leadoff batter on and making some contact on Guile. And a quick defensive inning might be good for the Eagles. Here's Trina Redfern. That strikeout of Guile was Griesbach's 4th here this evening. One ball and no strikes to Redfern. Swung on a miss, count even at 1 apiece. Again for Cuba City, 8 runs on 11 hits and 1 error. Auburndale, 2 runs, 2 hits, 3 errors. There's the 1-1. Bouncer. Krings from her knees, throws it in time! The stretch from Anderson as Krings throws from her knees as she slid on both kneecaps from right to left to bring it in and throw out Redfern. And momentum now perhaps for the Eagles. They will come to bat in the 6th. They trail by 6 right after this on Zaleski Sports.
For over 50 years, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield has served the area with the talented expertise of a big city dentistry with a hometown feel. With our multi-specialty staff and board-certified periodontics and orthodontics, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has solutions for your family. We take pride in being in-network with an array of insurance companies to meet the needs of our communities and our patients. No matter what your dental need, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield will be there for you.
Bauer & Feind has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Bauer & Feind Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
Morgan Griesbach leads off the visiting half of the 6th inning for the Eagles and gets a ball high from Guile. 2 balls, no strikes the count to Griesbach. Again, Eagles, they had something working their last at-bat in the 5th. Leadoff base runner, just not able to move that runner off at first. But a fantastic end to the inning as Krings from her knees throwing out Redfern for the final out of the inning. So Auburndale looking to take that spark and create a fire here in the 6th inning. They trail by 6. 2 balls, 1 strike to Griesbach as Guile looks in. Now gets the pitch and the 2-1. High for ball 3. Right in the heart of the order here for Auburndale. 2, 3, 4 due up here in this 6th inning. It had been a late starting group these last few playoff games for Auburndale. Eagles fans looking for that lateness to start now, and it does. Griesbach delivers to left field, takes the 3-1 pitch into left field, and it's a leadoff base runner in the 6th for Auburndale. Okay, so momentum brewing, and they've been able to hit Guile over these last couple innings. That's not been the problem. But hitting with runners on has been the issue. So here's Braley Grimm now, one of the many fabulous freshmen, this freshman class here for the Eagles. Volleyball, great season, regional championship in basketball, now on to state in softball, and most of the work, not all, most of the work propelled by these freshmen here in Auburndale. 1-0 from Guile. Low, 2 balls and no strikes. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. Guile and the 2-0. Inside, ball 3. Eagles haven't had a base runner on second since the 1st inning. Looking to do so here with 3 balls and no strikes to Grimm. Grimm takes strike 1. Grimm waving the bat around the zone before Guile pitched, tempting her to throw a strike. Guile says, "I got you." 3-1 now. Guile looks into the dugout for the pitch call, and Grimm steps out. That was taking too long. Grimm back in the box, and the 3-1. Off-speed pitch is foul down the third base line. That was going to be an everybody safe situation because it was bobbled at third base by Rogers, but she contacted that ball just into foul territory. And Grimm was really hoping that was a fair ball. She did not want to leave first base. She was standing down there saying, "Please, please." she'll hit it again. Braylee Grimm would rather hit a monster blast than a foul ball anyway. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the second baseman Grimm. Guile delivers. Chopper, here's a chance at third base, and in the dirt, and it's thrown away. Griesbach over to third. Safe at first is Grimm, and runners on the corners for the Eagles. Nobody out here in the 6th inning. It was fielded well by Rogers. She had to charge it, came in a few steps, and as she turned to fire, she spiked it right in front of Josie Krauser over at first, and Krauser not able to handle it. And here's Samantha Stanton. Cleanup batter for these Eagles. Eagles looking to score here in the 6th. Runners on the corners and nobody out. Pitch is low and inside for ball 1. Staub Construction, a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Staub Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. Strike right down State Street to Stanton. Count even at 1 apiece. One ball and 1 strike from Guile. Stanton, chopper to Rogers. Rogers looks back. Griesbach at first, throws another in the dirt, but that time it was handled by Krause, and the throw came home, and Griesbach is safe. So let's unpack that for you here a bit. Rogers spiked another one in front of Cruiser. The Cruiser hauled it in. That retired Stanton. As that throw happened, Griesbach broke for home. The throw came home. The throw to Drosler beat Griesbach, but it was high, and under the tag, says Mark Angel, was Morgan Griesbach of the tag from Brooklyn Drosler, and the Eagles have scored here in the 6th inning. So 8-3 on that action. It's Grimm over to third base. So runner on third for the catcher Danica Blomberg. So our home plate umpire Mark Angel says either there was no tag or under the tag was Griesbach, as that one fouled down to the third base coach's box, and Mike Schulte, a kick save and a beauty. NHL Finals going on yet? I don't even know. I've lost control of the NHL. 1 out, 1 ball, 1 strike to Blomberg. Blomberg right side, that's going to score Grimm. The throw over is in time, but it's an RBI for Danica Blomberg, and the Eagles have scored twice now in the 6th inning. Okay. There is NBA Finals going on, and the Celtics have a 25-point lead early in that one. All right. So 2 outs as the grounder over to Schaaf retired Blomberg, and here's Taylor Anderson right back up the box on the first pitch from Guile. And a 2-out base runner for the Eagles. I had said, even last inning, these Eagles have been able to time up Guile. Making contact hasn't been the problem. They've had fly balls, they've had pop-ups, they've had balls put in play that have been outs, but they've been able to get after Guile. And they've got after her to the tune of 2 runs here in the 6th inning and still batting with 2 outs. So here's Regan Lau now. Mute. Our apologies there, as the internet at Goodman Diamond had went out here briefly for a moment, and as it did, Hope Schulte is struck out for the final out of the inning. Again, our apologies. It was Hope Schulte striking out. That ends the inning, but the Eagles do score 2 as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is Cuba City 8, Auburndale 4 on Zaleski Sports.
The WIAA has initiated formation of the Student Athlete.
Buy 3 Goodyear tires and 1 is free has been extended at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Plus, get up to $200 back on 4 installed Goodyear tires when you use the Goodyear credit card. Buy 3 and 1 is free in March at Sherrill Tire and Auto. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 15 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now at 715-384-8118. Choose Drunken Chicken, BLT, Western, Mac and Cheese, Sweet Chili Chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has roasted chicken, fish, sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and Scotty'sPizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
All right, back here at Goodman Diamond. Again, our apologies. Internet outage for about 30 seconds here at Goodman Diamond. Knocked us off the air there temporarily. We thank you all for returning. And it was a Hope Schulte strikeout that ended the 6th inning for Auburndale as the Cubans come to bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning. But a fruitful inning. You could kind of see it brewing for the Eagles as they scored 2 in the 6th. They had, I think, sized up guile by the 4th inning, and the 5th inning started well, just not able to push any across, and scored 2 in the 6th as a leadoff base hit here from Addie Schaff gets the Cubans started in the bottom of the 6th inning. I appreciate you all being patient with us as, again, internet provided to us here by the university. Just a 60-second blink. We hope that's it. But 8-4, this one is interesting. The Eagles will have 3 outs left in the 7th. The goal here is to hold Cuba City scoreless in the bottom of the 6th inning as Summer Rogers squares to bunt and fouls it off for strike 1. That is goal number 1 here of this defensive half of the inning for Auburndale, is to hold the Cubans scoreless. Cuba City does get a leadoff base hit from Addie Schaff, and the 0-1 now coming to Summer Rogers. Rogers squares to bunt, and that pitch is outside. Bunt pulled back, and it's ball 1. So Cubans perhaps looking to bunt Schaff over to second, get an insurance run here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ball and a strike to the third baseman Rogers. Again, squares to bunt and bunts it foul. And the bunt will be off with 2 strikes. Chance now for Griesbach to deal with Rogers herself. Again, bottom of the 6th just underway. Jason Zaleski here alongside Brendan Retzloff. We are on the air tomorrow at 8 a.m. Early birds tomorrow. Here's the 1-2 from Griesbach. And that one fouled sharply into the Eagles on deck circle. Staying alive as Rogers 1 ball, 2 strikes. It is the 2-seed Pacelli Cardinals and the 3-seed Assumption Royals. 8 a.m. first pitch. It is milk and cereal cartoon and chocolate milk donut time tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. with Steve Maves and Brendan Retzloff on the call. It's fouled off again by Rogers. An old Central Wisconsin Catholic Conference rivals, Pacelli and Assumption, going at it tomorrow morning. Division 5 state semifinal. And then we're on the air in the afternoon when the Mosney Indians take to the field. You can find the full schedule at ZaleskiSports.com. The 1-2 from Griesbach, swung on and missed by Rogers. And a big out there for the Eagles. So Griesbach records the strikeout. Strikeout number 6 today for Griesbach. They bring up Josie Krauser. Krauser outside for ball 1, watches it fly by. Sophomore first baseman hits .320 on the year. Griesbach shuffles her right sleeve over her shoulder and fires in the pitch. Foul back by Krauser. 1 ball and 1 strike. You get the feeling Griesbach would rather play sleeveless out there. And I get it. I probably would too. Again, pulls up both shoulders of her jersey top, leans in, and the 1-1. Fouled out of play. That's going to go to the Eagles' side and is actually going to get all the way out of the stadium and right near that security check-in table that we passed through on the way in here. Hope those boys are looking over there. That was headed right for that table. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out in the inning, runner on first. Here's the 1-2, and that one bounces in. Throw down to second, and in is Schaff. Wild pitch sends Schaff to second base. Blomberg did throw it, but Schaff with good speed had already achieved the base. Being told tomorrow is National Donut Day. I don't believe that, but I'm going to participate anyway. I would participate if you told me every day was National Donut Day. The 2-2. Off-speed pitch is fair down the left field line. Schaff will score easily from second, and the throw is going to be sent into right field. Krauser is still running. She is a late stop sign. She was originally sent home, but Krauser was stopped late. An RBI base hit for Josie Krauser, and the Cubans lead it 9-4. The throw from left field missed the cutoff and actually rolled all the way into left field as it came across the top of the infield. And that allowed Krauser, who was headed to second, probably was going to be safe, allowed her a free advance to third, and a runner on third now with 1 out and 1 across in the 6th for Cuba City. That hit from Krauser right down the line in the left field. It was inside the foul line by about 2 feet. It was fair the whole way.
Now batting for Cuba City, left fielder Rachel
So
Krause.
we've got a courtesy runner and Rachel Krause coming to bat. What number do you have there, Brendan? Lindy Rundy. Okay, Laney Rundy. Laney Rundy running. Say that 10 times fast, right? First pitch swing popped up Krause. Anderson calls for it right side and brings it in for the second out of the inning. That ball hung on the infield air for what seemed like twice as long as it should have. But Anderson stayed under it and brought it in for the second out of the inning.
The shortstop, Ella Vosberg.
So here's Ella Vosberg, the shortstop. Our home plate umpire calls timeout and is pointing at the pitcher Morgan Griesbach about something. Griesbach looks confused. She looks as confused as I sound. But Griesbach puts her mask back on and will toe the rubber and get ready to pitch. Here's the first to Vosberg. Off-speed pitch, and out in front of it was Vosberg for strike 1. I don't know what that message was from Mark Angel, but Morgan looked in like, huh? What? What do you want me to do? I don't get it. So 2 outs in the inning, 1 across. Cubans lead it 9-4 here in the bottom of the 6th. The 0-1 from Griesbach. This one hit right field. Schulte coming on and makes the catch for the final out of the inning. The Auburndale Eagles are down to their final 3 outs of the season. They will need at least 5 runs in the top of the 7th as they trail it moving to the 7th inning, 9-4 on Zaleski Sports.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale. We have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
BBD Sports Shop is your one-stop headquarters for everything outdoors this summer. They have turkey calls, decoys, and more from HS Strut, Mojo, and Woodhaven. Food plot seed and mineral from Big & J, Real Deal, Big Time, and Whitetail Magic. And a wide variety of Big Bear Down scent sprays and bear bait. By the bag, by the barrel, and by the truckload. 2 convenient Wisconsin locations or online at BigBearDown.com.
And we're back at Goodman Diamond. The Eagles, with 3 outs left here on their 2024 season, will need at least 5 here in the top of the 7th as they trail 9-4. During that commercial break, the Cubans fans were attempting to get the wave started, And the wave did begin all the way up the third base line towards us here behind home plate. And as it circled around behind home plate, the Eagles gave a thumbs down. Eagles fans said, no. no wave for us. Thank you very much. Keep it on your side. And as you can imagine, just a more festive atmosphere with a 5-run lead on the Cuba City side. As Chesney Nagel leads it off and sees a strike from Peyton Guile. And the top of the 7th is underway. Again, Eagles need at least 5 here in the top. Otherwise, it's Cuba City and Fall Creek for a state championship Saturday at 10:30. Nagel lifts it left field, going back and making the catch. 15 feet in front of the wall is the left fielder, Rachel Krause, for the first out of the inning. And back to the top of the order now for the Eagles, and this is Maya Krings. So Auburndale 9-1-2 here in this 7th. 9 is already retired on the F7. And here's the shortstop, Maya Krings. Eagles need base runners, down by 5, need base runners. The first pitch from Guile to Krings is in for a strike. No base runners, no runs. That's the formula. Guile looks into the dugout now to get the pitch. Pitch call is made, and the 0-1 coming to Krings. Strike called on the inside corner. No balls, 2 strikes to the shortstop, Maya Krings. And the 0-2 from Guile. Misses outside, does Guile. So ball and 2 strikes now to Krings. One ball, 2 strikes. Here it is. And that hit Krings. Guile hits her on the left thigh, the thigh facing the circle. Krings quickly down to first base, and the Eagles get the base runner they need here, and one of many that they will need here in the inning. But got to get the first one first, and they do in Krings. So here's Morgan Griesbach. Griesbach looking to get on base, and again, Cubans taking a while to get the pitch in. They do now to Guile, and here it is to Griesbach, inside for a ball. And that's the other side of this, right? Cuba City looking to move to a state championship game on Saturday, but you got to close it out. Brennan and I talked on the car ride down. There was no clock in this sport. You've got to close it out with outs. Griesbach swings through it, and now they've got Krings caught in a rundown. Krings darts for second base and is in. The throw was a little bit late, and it went to first base to begin with. And as it did, a swipe tag, a no-look, I should say, swipe tag, was attempted by the first baseman, Josie Krauser, and there was no base runner to tag out. Krings was already halfway to second as that no-look swipe tag happened. And one of the big reasons Krings able to make it down there is Griesbach fouled up the third base line, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes now to the pitcher, the freshman Morgan Griesbach. So runner on second with 1 out. And Guile, long look into the Cuba City dugout, gets the pitch call. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here it is to Griesbach outside for ball 2. And Auburndale looking for base runners. Runner on second. Down by 5. 2 outs left on the season. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here it is. Swung on a miss for strike 3. Griesbach goes down swinging. And Cuba City 1 out away from a state championship game on Saturday. Cubans fans to my left, all as one, rise to their feet. Here's Braley Grimm now, looking to keep the Eagles' season alive here in the top of the 7th. 2 outs. And the pitch from Guile. Fly ball, center field, coming on, and the catch is made in center. Hauled in out there by the center fielder, Isla Nolan. And that brings an end to today's game. Your final score from Goodman, Diamond, and Madison. the Cuba City Cubans 9, and the Auburndale Eagles 4. Auburndale ends their season with a season mark of 21-4, and we congratulate the seniors from this Eagles team: Regan Lau, Samantha Stanton, Hope Schulte, and Katie Brandel. A lot of fun watching those girls play this year. Best of luck in all of your future endeavors. Again, one more time from Goodman Diamond, your final score: Cuba City 9 and Auburndale 4. Back on the air tomorrow, 7:45 pregame show as the number 2 seed Pacelli Cardinals take on the number 3 seed Assumption Royals. 8 a.m. first pitch. Steve Maves and Brendan Retzloff on the call, and then Mike Wendlandt will bring it home tomorrow afternoon with Mosinee Indians state semifinal softball. Find the full schedule at ZaleskiSports.com. Now this word from Nasonville Dairy.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.